The theme that's been brought up today in terms of the oceanography, looking at harvest secure, looking at sustainability, looking at nitrogen, they're all really, really important. The thing for me that glues it together, we've got three things that glue it all together. One is the weather, what it does and what it doesn't do. One is the genetics, the variety, what it's suited to do, what it's capable of. And one is the soil. And all I wanted to do was illustrate a couple of very quick points from the soil's perspective through the plant with regard to making the best of the genetics that you've been shown today. I'm going to start with the BYDV resistant and tolerant barleys, because it's quite a neat little story in terms of what the plant wants, what the soil wants, and what the climate will do. If the climate's changing and getting a little bit warmer, insect pressure is going to increase on all our crops. So we need to be aware that there's a challenge from that. From a sustainability point of view, from the brand's point of view, being insecticide free is actually quite an important marketing tool. So if we see increased pressure on insects, do we actually have the agronomic tools to deal with them, or should we do something different? Great genetics coming through that will say actually the plant can do a lot for itself, but we can help the plant optimize its capability. And here's the story. So the aphid that transmits the barley yellow virus will fly into a barley crop, land on a barley leaf and do a little dance. And it senses the nitrate content in the leaf as it's dancing about. Now, because the aphid obviously went to some very, very clever agricultural college, it doesn't take one sample. It'll hop onto another leaf, do the same again, and it'll hop onto a third leaf and do the same again. So statistically, it's creating a big data set and working an average leaf nitrate concentration. And it's clever enough to detect 0.1% difference. The big bit from the plant's point of view, if the plants run into a cool, dry time, if the soil's got a little bit of moisture deficit, one of the nutrients that struggles to move is magnesium. And if the leaf is a little bit low in magnesium, it'll be high in free available nitrogen. So one of the things that we can do in terms of improving and maintaining a genetic trait like BYDV resistance is to make sure the plant's got sufficient magnesium. You could have plenty in the soil on a standard soil test, but if the soil is dry, magnesium tends not to work very well. Other benefits in bumping up the magnesium, for every 1 bit of magnesium the plant handles, it handles 4 bits of nitrogen and 22 bits of water. So for all our crops, magnesium uptake helps with greening, helps with plant health, helps with maintaining the way that communication between plant and soil go on. And that optimizes our ability in terms of genetics to get the yields that we want, the consistency that we want. It also makes our nitrogen use efficiency just that little bit better. And that's important because for most of our arable crops, about 75% of the carbon footprint of what we grow is to do with nitrogen. And if we can make our plants a little bit more nitrogen effective, we either put it on at the right time in terms of fertilizer timing, we change the type of fertilizer, so we introduce a little bit of something organic, which encourages root development, so we get more scavenging from the plant, picking up more nutrition, or we do something a little bit different, maybe we top up, supplement through foliar or biological, all good things occur.